Muriel from the Sunshine Family Live, and it has been a while. I just wanted to check in with you guys. I'm so excited to give you some updates for everyone who is dreaming about moving to Costa Rica. Hopefully you will feel inspired by my story about moving to Costa Rica, how I've done it, but also, yeah, some people are stumbling up on blockades that's standing between their dreams and actually moving to Costa Rica. And I just wanted to give you some updates about what has been going on in my world. But I wanted to thank you for being a loyal viewer. If you have been watching my videos over time, that I have been creating them, and it all started with that dream of moving to Costa Rica. And since I was living in Costa Rica, I decided, you know what, let's just make a channel. And let me put the camera right. But some exciting stuff has been going on. And also, yeah, I've been a little bit more quiet. I think 2 weeks ago I did my most recent video like this, content based, and I did some shorts to give you some Costa Rica impressions, but a lot of awesome stuff has been going on. So I'm just gonna dive right in. If you are here and are live with me, just say hi, and I wanted to warm welcome you. You can watch this in the recording, and then if you are new to this channel and you have not subscribed yet, you will see a button on the screen in the recording that you can hit. Hi, Leanne is here live. I'm excited that you're saying hi and that I have live viewers. Yeah, you can subscribe to my channel if you're new and you want to learn more about moving to Costa Rica, living in Costa Rica. Perhaps you want to travel to Costa Rica. You probably will find loads of information on my channel as well. And I want to state loud and clear, I am not the Costa Rica expat, guys. I'm just a Dutch mom who moved here with her husband and 2 kids in 2018. We were always dreaming about moving to Costa Rica. Costa Rica, falling over my own tongue. We did it, and now the channel is the result of everything we have learned so far. Today I'm gonna catch you up about actually a lot of awesome accomplishments that I am looking back on since my move to Costa Rica, and has been better than I ever dreamed about. And I want to share that with you to inspire those who are on the fence of taking that leap, yes or no. And I know how hard it can be to be in doubt. Will we going to take that leap of faith to move to Costa Rica or not? And I have the feeling there are some... Do you hear those birds? Now, let's just dive right in. Let me just check. I cannot see them. But some awesome accomplishments that I can look back on so far after I was moving to Costa Rica. Since I started my life here, you have probably found out that I work online to make my living, right? I do not have a job. I do not have restaurants anymore. I'm a social worker by trade, but I'm an online business coach, life coach, transformational life coach and business coach. And I teach people, this is in a nutshell explained, I teach people how to cash in on their passion by using the internet and affiliate marketing. And there's a lot of ways to generate income online. I'm not going to guarantee anything, but this is what I do and what I teach for several years. Now, one of the things that just happened since I was moving to Costa Rica, if I would still be in the Netherlands, I would have been that online business coach as well. But through my YouTube channel, several former students, they now graduated, but they found me through my YouTube channel because they were looking for information about Costa Rica and were also interested in building a business online the way that I've built it. And they happened to be my students for 4 to 5 months. And some of them are building their very successful YouTube channels. And some of them are also related to Costa Rica. And I am so proud. So from Costa Rica, I am living my life happily and free, on my mango farm. And I do what I love most. I am an online transformational business and a life coach. I'm going to share some more highlights in my world, what has been happening. But there is some very successful students doing very well, and we met through my YouTube channel. And I want to just highlight that there is this couple that I coached for 4 or 5 months, and they are moving to Costa Rica, coming from Canada in their small home, in their camper, in their van, and their channel is called Under the Sun Ventures. They are amazing. It's an amazing couple. They're now in Mexico and they're driving to Costa Rica. And we met through the channel, and I've been intensively coaching them. Now they know exactly what to do and how to build their business and, you know, generate an income online from wherever, from their van, from Costa Rica, from any country. And it's so much fun to see how they're doing. So I'm following them myself, and they just deserve the credit. Check out their channel, Under the Sun Ventures. But there's other people. When I look back on my move to Costa Rica, what has been happening in my world, living and working, I met Jeannie and James, and they have this awesome YouTube channel now after being coached by me. It's called Duffels and Dogs, and they are totally just crushing it with their online business. Their channel is great. They're sharing everything that's happening in their world in Costa Rica. They have been moving to Costa Rica. They're sharing their tips and their valuable points, and it's so much fun to see them enjoying, you know, building the business, doing what they love, right? And there is also, that's one of my newest students. I'm still coaching him. He's from the Netherlands, and he is dreaming about moving to Costa Rica. Right now he's in Costa Rica. We currently went back to the Netherlands, and he has this great YouTube channel, Costa Rica related, and it's if you want to learn about birds and nature and wildlife and rainforest preservation, conservation, this channel is called Rainforest Conservation and Birding with Harold, and he is from the Netherlands. You will hear a little accent, and I'm coaching him on how to share his expertise about conservation and birding. He is how do you say that? He did a lot of education on this. He's how do you say that? I went to university for this, and now he's sharing with others who are looking for information about birding and rainforest conservation about what he knows. So you can learn from his videos, and I am so happy to follow him because I learned from his videos while living in Costa Rica. When I see a bird and I don't know which bird it is, I know I can look his videos up to learn more about specific species, right? So how cool is that? So that's a big milestone about my world in Costa Rica, and I want to inspire you with that. And what I noticed is that a lot of people are held back in moving to Costa Rica because of finances. And in my next video, so you want to stay tuned for my next video, I'm going to highlight if it's about cost of living in Costa Rica, which are incredibly high compared to other countries in Latin America, so to say. I have some alternatives and some advice, right? These students are the result of, they did not take for granted that they had to live on their retirement check, or that they had to find a job, or they had to start a brick and mortar business, which is, I believe, very hard, although or not impossible to find a job or to start a brick and mortar business. And they're building their businesses online and have me as an example that it's done, right? And I'm still not a technical miracle, but I do run a solid online business. So yeah, I wanted to share these highlights personally, my personal highlights, why it has been quiet. I've been silently coaching a lot of people, which I love a lot, but I've also been back and forth from here to the Netherlands, where I come from. Currently, my daughter is there, and I wanted to share with you how that has been for me from my home after moving to Costa Rica in 2018, go back to the Netherlands after 3.5 years. It had been, I'm 4.5 years in Costa Rica, but it have been 3.5 years since I was in the Netherlands, and how I experienced that as a Costa Rica expat, visiting my home ground. And I will be completely honest. Well, what do you think? What was my experience about traveling back and forth? Let's just state it loud and clear. I am so thankful and grateful that I am able to say I live in Costa Rica. This is where my heart is, guys. And funny enough, it has been a while that I've been living in Costa Rica, but I feel more and more connected with the Tico culture. I am having more local friends, not just expat friends, which is awesome. I'm a very international focused person because I work with international people, right? But I have more and more Tico and Tika friends, which is very awesome. I'm finding myself closer to the Tico culture, and I have a very funny anecdote to share with you. What happened in the Netherlands? Well, I was with my daughter in a restaurant, in a Dutch restaurant. It was in Rotterdam. It was in a big city. It was a normal restaurant, and we were having fun. We were drinking drinks, eating food, just like anyone would do in a restaurant. And I was laughing out loud, and I made some sounds. And my daughter said, Mom, you should be a little bit more quiet. And I said, why? We're having fun. I'm not just standing on the table and shouting. No, but she said, those people were looking behind them because obviously they feel that you're making too much noise. And I was not screaming. I was just happy making some sounds, human sounds, laughing out loud. And then they turned back again, watched, look at me and said, can you keep the noise down? And I was like, what? I am actually more related to the Tico culture, where people are overall more noisier in restaurants. When you are making noise in restaurants, no one will just put a finger on you and say, shh, Ticos are making sounds, right? Overall. And Sam, my daughter, said, Mom, I think you were more into the Tico culture than to the Dutch culture, where people are more like, hush, hush, don't make too much sounds, walk on your toes. And I feel so far away from that Dutch culture, if we're talking about these kind of situations. And I think this is a funny anecdote. So just to share for Costa Rica expat wannabes, if you're still thinking about moving to Costa Rica, be aware of that. If you really start to liking it here, that you're gonna ground in the culture more and more and more. And it's gonna go slowly and steadily. And I've always opened up myself for other cultures. And yeah, my Spanish is far from perfect, but I really do conversations with locals, with Ticos. And I found out that their door is slamming wide open if you put effort in learning Spanish. So I cannot say enough. Put effort in speaking Spanish. It doesn't have to be perfect. You can make thousands of mistakes, but at least try and show that you are willing to do it and to keep practicing. So that's a big milestone. I did Spanish classes, more doors to people, to locals opened up for me for that. But I hosted an event that's related to my business and my coaching. I hosted an event in the Netherlands, but I'm also planning on hosting events in Costa Rica. About what? Well, business, coaching, consulting. It's related with having an Airbnb. Yay, another milestone. I didn't even plan all this, guys. Before I was dreaming about moving to Costa Rica, I didn't plan to run a successful online business from Costa Rica. I could have hoped, I hoped for it, but I never knew. I'm just painting myself with the pen. Let me put the pen down. But it's actually all so much better than I dared to dream about before we were moving to Costa Rica. So I will definitely host events here. Just stay tuned on the channel, but also my coaching program is gonna be taken to the next level, since so many students, and I'm super proud of them, they do the work, I'm just their guide and their coach, but those students who take effort on everything I teach, they're seeing results. I got some questions. Muriel, can I meet you? Can we hang out? I want to be coached by you, but also have a physical connection. So I'm writing my coaching program as it is. Hi, Ronald. Yes, I know, you're super friendly. I love Ticos. I'm really in love with the Tico culture. Really, I'm not lying when I'm saying that. So thanks for your reply. Now I'm leveling up for a specific type of students who want to be coached by me one-on-one. You can find, by the way, information about my coaching program in the description below my videos. But also I'm going to add a private experience. You can stay in our Airbnb on my property and hang out with me a couple of days, and to go through my digital nomad routine that I do day by day. I have my routines. It's not, oh, money just drops from the sky in my lap when I open up my laptop. No, there's strategy that I apply. And after a student has worked with me for 4 to 5 months, I'm going to set up a specific coaching, where people can close this coaching period with this walking this routine with me, and doing the fun stuff that is highlighting my life here. So doing all the good stuff like the horseback ride tours, the bungee, the waterfall stuff, the zip line stuff, but also my secret daily routines that keep my mindset up and high vibrating, in order to always attract abundance, but also stay open for creative ideas, because I am coaching and teaching people to be independent entrepreneurs. I'm not just pushing something in their throat like start selling this. No, I'm teaching people the strategy on basically how to market anything, whether that's your own product or service, or whether you don't have anything for sale yourself, but how you can be an affiliate marketer, but how that works and how that can be fun and has nothing to do with chasing people. I have so many ideas. So I have been silent for a couple of weeks, more or less 2 weeks, but I've been writing down some ideas for my book. All the things, all my ideas that I want to accomplish in 2023, in this year, from Costa Rica. Costa Rica has been so good for my family and myself. So really, I want to say from my heart, if you're thinking about moving to Costa Rica, dare to take the leap, but be aware that every new thing is scary. So, but if you embrace being scared and you have your finances in place, I cannot being bold enough about that. If you are coming to Costa Rica flat broke, it's gonna be not a lot of fun. No, it's just not. I don't believe you can have a lot of fun living in Costa Rica being flat broke. Costa Rica is one of the most expensive countries, so you want to have your finances set. Now, I do know that a lot of people are watching my videos because they want to learn something about retiring in Costa Rica, or they already are retired and the best countries to retire in. They have their finances in place. Well, welcome to Costa Rica. Costa Rica will be very good for you. It's very expat friendly. You can buy vehicles, homes, properties here. You can do so much as a foreigner in Costa Rica, but as an entrepreneur, it's also possible to cash in on your passion. And how can you get away from the high costs of living in Costa Rica? That's where I'm going to talk about in my next video. This is just to catch up what has been going on. Another highlight is that we officially have had our first Airbnb guest. I just waved them goodbye. They were locals, they were Ticos from Alajuela. They had an amazing stay. They told me that they're gonna write a nice review. They thanked me, but I am thankful for Costa Rica to be able to do this as well. So not just my business is growing, but we can serve more people with, well, what we are able to provide here. Our mango farm, the house that is a lot of months per year empty, now can be rented on Airbnb in the months that that Dirk's mom is not living in there. And that makes my heart sing. Before we were officially on Airbnb, I rented it out for people who were finding me here on my channel and asked me, do you know a place to stay for a couple of days? But it proved itself. It's far easier that people can look at the pictures, book their dates if it's available, pay, and just come at the date of arrival, right? So it's serving more people to be on Airbnb. So thank you again, Costa Rica, for all these opportunities. Now we have an Airbnb. How cool is that? I also want to inspire you that you can do so much in Costa Rica as long as you are creative, but don't stare yourself blind on Airbnb. Learn from the pandemic, right? I'm so glad that I'm not depending on only Airbnb. Because when the borders were closed, there were no guests. A lot of my friends with Airbnbs only were in a state of despair. So thank goodness most of them made it. So I'm also looking back on 2022, where a lot of business owners barely made it, but made it, and I want to celebrate together. Wow, if you made it, I'm so happy for you. But I do hope that you learn from it. This is, of course, also, I'm talking as Muriel, the expat who was moving to Costa Rica once, now living here for almost 5 years. But I learned so much from my own mistakes, but also other people's mistakes. And I would never rely my financing on having only Airbnbs. I would always rely on several income streams, because Costa Rica is an amazing country to live in. And I assure you, when you're living here for 4.5 years, I think I have some kind of right to say that I feel that it's my truth. Take it or leave it. But it is important to be aware of that. Finding a job in Costa Rica is very hard, because with a tourist visa, you're officially not allowed to work here, to be paid. So you're going to end up with tourist jobs. And if you are coming or want to be moving to Costa Rica with your family, as a mother of a couple of kids, you don't want to be working in a restaurant for $3 an hour. And I would say you don't want to be depending on any boss anyways. But that's my entrepreneurial mind. I changed my world by going from social worker to independent entrepreneur online, creating several income streams. But I believe this new business model is so much, how do you say it? It's easy to set up from Costa Rica, because we have good internet overall in Costa Rica. I'm celebrating living in Costa Rica also for its awesome internet. This is how I can connect with you guys, how you can ask me questions, how you can reply to my videos, how we can, have a conversation through live videos. How can ramble on without, I'm even not sure if people can still hear me. Can you just let me know if you can hear me loud and clear? Suppose my Wi-Fi is breaking up and I'm coming back and forth, in and out. Someone can say sound is good, then I'm good to go. I'm not gonna chat for much longer. Oh, thank you for letting me know. Cosmic Toga Party. So yeah, moving to Costa Rica literally has been the best decision ever. And I am still on this mission for Costa Rica lovers. Thank you, Tracy, for letting me know I'm loud and clear. I'm still on this mission. One way is with this channel to inspire and teach Costa Rica lovers and expats and expat wannabes and Costa Rica travelers on what I've learned. So you can learn from my mistake. And it's very handy to learn from other people's mistakes. So you do not have to make them, right? And I learned from so much other people's mistakes. So with that, I'm gonna keep going. But my mission has become bigger, as I stated. Proudly, I'm building out my coaching program. I'm going to bring events here. What kind of events? Well, it's too much to share now, but the event that I co-hosted in the Netherlands is with a very close friend I know for 30 years already, 35 years. Yeah, I know him since I'm 15. We are the same age. And he's a shaman, and he coached people to walk over sharp glass. It has everything to do with the power of mind and in not helping thoughts, and how we are all held back by not helping thoughts again. And this is also the key why most people are not moving to Costa Rica, because they are determining their decision based on fears. That's not realistic. And I've seen all my attendees, 38 people in total, including me. We walked over sharp glass, and there was not one drop of blood flood there. Well, it was super sharp glass. So the events that I'm thinking about hosting here, and where I'm not sure, I'm going to work this out the next coming months or weeks, but it's all empowerment related stuff, right? I'm not into yoga whatsoever, but this is all empowerment, because if you have a powerful mind, you can take powerful decisions and live a life by design. And to create a life by design, perhaps you think, well, I think that you're living a life by design. Well, that's true. My life is designed. This has nothing to do with coincidence, but a powerful mindset has helped me to get here. So also, in order to dare to take the leap to move to Costa Rica, I took a leap of faith, but I believed in the power of positivity and expect positive stuff to be happening and always approach things in a positive way. It has helped me so much. It is helping my students. It helped my graduated students a lot, and I want to serve more people. And also, I do know that I have a lot of viewers because people are searching for information on moving to Costa Rica. What's the pros? What's the cons? How can I make my living in Costa Rica? But also stuff about drink water, about, you know, most beautiful oceans, about how to build a house, practical stuff. You can expect more information from me. I am, as you probably have noticed, I can talk non-stop about Costa Rica, my passion for Costa Rica, my gratefulness for Costa Rica and the Ticos, and what Costa Rica is allowing me as a Dutch expat mom to do here. I know for you, if you're an expat wannabe, that there's a lot for you to do here and possible, but hopefully I can be that little help for you along your way. If that is already the case, let me know. You will make a big smile on my face. But I also see how other people, like the people I mentioned who are building YouTube channels now related to Costa Rica, we are in the same space. This is a positive vibe. I see more people moving to Costa Rica. I hope it will be you one day. And if you're already living in Costa Rica, then yeah, I feel more humbled that you're watching my videos. So yeah, if you see a little bit less videos as you're used from me, don't worry, I'm gonna keep making videos. But in the background, I'm working on big stuff, all related to Costa Rica. We're also thinking about building out more accommodations on our property, but we're not sure if we want that yet. But my center is Costa Rica. I feel rooted with Costa Rica. I want you to be happy in Costa Rica. And if in any way I can serve you with that, it's my pleasure. Mucho gusto is what we say here then. And yeah, thank you for being my loyal viewer. Without you, there would be no channel. So I'm forever grateful. If you're following me, if you like my videos, if you share my videos, if you always comment on my videos, feel welcome to ask me questions. And I will do more focus, but with your permission, of course. Let me know what your thoughts are. I believe it is my mission as Costa Rica expat, Dutch expat living in Costa Rica, to teach more people on how they can create an independent economy while living in Costa Rica after moving to Costa Rica. So you do not have to be worried that if you sold your house in another country and you're moving to Costa Rica, that when that money is eaten up, you have no income. I see it as my mission to teach others what I have learned, implemented, and mastered myself. And the result is what you see. I live a very beautiful life. I do not have to think about which bill I can pay, yes or no. I do not have to live on a budget in Costa Rica. I don't believe you have to live on a budget. So I want to stand up with that information more and more. I just think this is my way to stand out of the crowd of other people making awesome Costa Rica videos. And yeah, well, thank you, Leanne, for watching. I'm gonna go as well. Thanks for tuning in. So yeah, stay tuned for more information on the channel. Stay tuned for my Airbnb. Go to the description below to check it out. I have a lot of availability because it recently just put up. It's very friendly, close to Montezuma and Santa Teresa. You're gonna be on my safe property. Oh, Tracy, now I don't know what to say. Thanks for the beautiful feedback. As you can tell, I can chat for hours, but I'm so passionate about Costa Rica. I'm so passionate about my teachings, about how I can help people, but I'm also open to learn from you. So if you have suggestions, if you have attention points for me, if you wonder, hey Muriel, how about, is this something for you to do as well? You know, I'm open for it. I had, oh, also another highlight, and then I'm really going to close down this live video. I am so humble that I was interviewed by Pablo, and he's a very acknowledged container import company who is helping a lot of expats, and he interviewed me, and he was, I still feel so humble that he highlighted my channel, my coaching, my everything. But these people, the fact that that he approached me, that Pablo approached me and put me in the spotlight, shows me what a good things came to me since I took the leap to be moving to Costa Rica. I believe Costa Rica is magical, so basically only good has happened. Yeah, what can I say? I hope I inspire you. Costa Rica is awesome. I know there's also a lot of stories about people who leave Costa Rica. Let them. I don't believe Costa Rica is for everyone, but if you're a little bit into the stuff that I'm into, if you're positive minded, if you're creative, if you're open, if you, I don't know, just, you can always go back or go somewhere else. If you think, but what if I don't like Costa Rica after I'm moving there with my whole family and my stuff? Well, I always said, you don't have to make decisions for the rest of your life. But that's also a benefit of being able to make your living online, and more about the cost of living in Costa Rica and how to work around the high cost of Costa Rica in my next video. I'm gonna give you some tips, some tricks, and some call to actions, or just some wake up calls about the old school, not always working business model, trading time for money, being paid per hour. I think there's so much more, but that more in my next video. But I believe you can do this. You can love Costa Rica. And if you're done with Costa Rica, what's keeping you? Why don't you just go? There are so much other countries to explore, but I'm going to stay Costa Rica focused for now. And with that, I'm going to thank you for watching the 32 minutes, if you were with me for 32 minutes. And thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you for being my loyal viewer. I cannot state it enough. I am grateful for you, because without viewers, there would be no channel. Big hugs, pura vida, and see you in my next one. Bye for now. And who knows, we're going to meet one day in Costa Rica. Ciao.